He's an actual savage. That guy, if you get him, if you punch him in the head to where he's numb, you're in trouble. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Couch Media, it's time! We're going to make our picks for UFC 296. Like you guys may know from the last video, we only do the key fights around here. I'm going to go ahead and... My name is Barry McCaw. This is Dean Gull. I'm going to go ahead and hand it to Dean to start us off.
First up, we had Ian Gary's cuck-ass pull out of the fight. I don't know what he's trying to run from. He's going to have to fight in a week, next card.
He's left Vicente Luque in a weird spot.
Yeah, he wanted to beat his ass.
He's left Luque in a weird spot, too, because now we don't know if he will even fight. But the news is Kevin Holland has proposed fighting him. There's no news on that yet, but we're just going to go off of, since Ian the cuckold Gary pulled out, if Vicente Luque fights Kevin Holland, we're going to make a pick based on that for the first fight.
And if they do fight, I think Luque, because Holland, he's at a point where he wants the prize fighting at this point.
Right. He can surprise you. He's one of those fighters that could... He's always got that puncher's chance, obviously. He's got style. He's flashy, you know.
Yeah.
It could always go his way, but you're right. He's getting to that point.
Yeah. I think he's more worried about the bread.
Exactly.
And
he said that himself, didn't he? He said he doesn't even care about title fights.
Bickering at a press conference because the reporter was asking him, "How does this get you to the title?" And he lashes out at him.
Yeah, he clearly doesn't care about title shots. That being said, he is a fighter. He does care about fighting.
He's got the skills, dude.
He does, but I would still pick Vicente Luque as well. We're both Vicente Luque on that one.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Luque. He's got one final chance at the title run, and this is it.
And this next fight is pretty exciting here. We got Josh Emmett was supposed to fight.
Oh, God.
He was supposed to fight some bum. But now we got Arkansas boy, real thug nasty, Bryce Mitchell wants to step up, and he wants to take on Josh Emmett. Who do you got in that?
I got Bryce Mitchell. I'm just hoping the only time I hope someone lays on someone is when it's an Arkansas fighter, and I really want him to win. Especially, I just don't want to see him flatlined. That's the only thing. Yeah,
and this is one of those things that we're from Arkansas, so both of our bets here have to be Bryce Mitchell. Sorry, folks. I will say I'm not just gonna be delusional here. Josh Emmett, I would be worried for Bryce Mitchell if he's on the feet with Josh Emmett the whole fight. Yeah, I'd be really not liking that for Bryce. Bryce's path to victory is a TK or is a submission, and I hope we see it happen. Yeah. That's who I'd place my bet on. He's not sick this time around too, and he's 16-2.
Yep, I see Bryce literally just pressuring him. Oh, man. That's going to set up for some counters, some nasty...
This card is super exciting, folks. Yep. That's all. I'm ready to see this all go down, because whether Bryce loses or not, I can just tell the way their styles are. It's going to be pretty exciting.
There's going to be a finish in that fight, for sure.
Probably. Next thing we got here is the old Tony Berg, under training from David Goggins, fighting Paddy, the Baddy Pimblett. Some would say is a industry plant now. After he fought
Jared Gordon.
Jared freaking Gordon. Many of you know that was a blatant robbery. Paddy the Pimblett did not deserve to win that fight. I don't think, and at the end of the day, I understand Dana's frustration with it. Neither one of them maybe deserved to win that fight. Yeah. Pretty bad ending for Jared Gordon, too. He decided that he could let up on the gas. I get it. If anything, it should have been a draw. I don't think anybody deserved to win that fight.
Nah.
But Tony versus Paddy, I really hope we see Tony win it. Who do you got?
I'm going to go, yeah, I want Tony to win, but if it goes to decision, Dana's definitely in the judge's ears. Give it to Paddy. So I'm gonna go Paddy, third round decision. I can see him just wrestling.
Now, I can see Tony winning this. And look, he's a massive underdog here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pick against you on this. I think if there's any underdog that could probably win in this card, I'm looking at Tony Ferg. T. Ferg with David Goggins training him, and it's sad to watch this guy fight at this point, Tony. Mm-hmm. It's sad to watch him fight at this point, but I think after seeing what Jared Gordon could do to Paddy, I think Tony's actually going to have a lot of confidence going in there, and he's going to have an actual decent shot against Paddy.
He was confident at the press conference. Did you get to watch?
Yeah. I didn't get to see that part, actually.
Tony, one of the reporters asked him what's going to be different, and he's coming in with this new mindset, but before he can go to the next thing, he told us, well, besides the last few fights, it's been a downfall. And it was really sad hearing that.
Well, it is, and that's why I think Tony. The only way Paddy is the favorite, overwhelming favorite, I would assume. And it's because if he backs up Tony to the cage and he keeps him on his feet and he starts letting off a bunch of bombs, I mean, Tony's in trouble. Like, he might really get knocked out. But if he can survive those exchanges, I don't think Paddy's going to be ready for it. And Tony's an actual savage. That guy, if you punch him in the head to where he's numb, you're in trouble. You got to Michael Chandler the guy. You know what I mean? You got to front kick him so hard his face almost falls off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be another exciting fight, ladies and gentlemen.
I just think Tony's taking too much damage at this point. The shots they're really going to be affecting him. The feints are going to be effective.
And you're right. And folks at home, that's one thing you're going to find out. I will sit here and defend some guys that I wouldn't listen to me, is what I'm about to tell you sometimes. Because I'm going to pick a guy that, based on some obscure things. Mm-hmm. Tony, he knows this is probably, if he loses this is probably his last fight.
I don't know how his contract's laid out.
I don't know either, but if
his last fight's going to be his last fight with the UFC.
Right.
He's not getting an extension.
Right, and he's never getting a title shot again. The only thing this does is it gets him a little bit more money, and if he wins, he gets another good fight, hopefully.
That's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, you're just going to get the guy killed eventually.
Yeah.
In reality, does Tony even want to win this? I don't know. But I want Tony to win. I'm picking Tony by decision.
I hope Tony wins. I hope my pick is wrong.
I'm picking Tony by decision. Next thing we got, another amazing fight here, folks. Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Stephen Thompson. Totally undefeated Rakhmonov.
Yeah.
I'm picking Rakhmonov.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm picking him by I like Wonder Boy. I'm a huge fan of Wonder Boy, but I'm not going to pick him to win. Just based on, I think his strikes don't do enough. He doesn't have enough power. The power differential goes to Shavkat. The grappling goes to Shavkat. There's just not, the only stat that goes to Stephen Thompson is the kickboxing range exchanges. That's all that will go to him. But if Shavkat can get past that, then he's winning the fight.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't want to be dancing with Stephen. He wants to just brawl if he can. Get in close, take him down,
get him in the clinch, get him against the fence, whatever he's got to do.
And I see that happening.
He does that very well too. Stephen Thompson will land some good shots. I see that too. I think at the beginning you're going to see Shavkat. There's going to be a feeling out process. I think in this fight, you're not going to watch Shavkat just bull rush him out the gates. There will be a feeling out process in that first round, I think. And Stephen's going to touch him up enough times to where Shavkat's going to have to get in.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I'm done.
He's going to
dancing.
I think that's how we'll see it happen. Then we got the co-main here. Yeah,
he's joining us.
He is joining us. Well, you're going to include us here on the last two picks, all right? Last thing we got, or second to last, co-main. Alexander Pantoja versus Brandon Royval. Who you got?
I'm not too familiar with Royval's game. Even it's probably blasphemous to say. I know he was getting mad after his last fight because he wasn't on the main card. So I think he's coming with some intensity, some revenge on the UFC, basically. And I think Royval takes it.
You do?
Yep.
I think I'm going to disagree with you on that one. I think Pantoja takes it because he still doesn't have his father's approval. I think he's going to kill Look at this dog. I think he's going to kill everybody in his path until his father says he's proud of him.
I forgot about that.
Yep. I'm picking Pantoja here, and oh my God. He just wants to join us, folks.
Turn around, Yeti.
Turn around and face. Okay.
He's out of here.
Last thing we got here, folks, is the one everybody's been waiting for. The main event of the evening.
Yes.
Leon Edwards, the champion, versus Colby Covington. Who you got?
I'm going to go Colby Covington. Originally, I had Leon off of talent, skill alone, and the fact he's a champion. But after the press conference, Leon doesn't usually show this type of emotion.
Well, and you got to expect it, though. He did say his father wasn't a 7-player.
Yeah, and like I've defended Colby because he's a character, and everybody knows it. But now it's like you're a character, but you're saying, even talk to your dad now.
I looked at an Instagram short of it already, and even the Colby fans were like, "That's too far."
It is,
and that's why, and that's why, for the same reason, I'm actually going to pick Leon because I don't know. I just see that. I see that when he gave him a why to beat his ass.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'm picking Leon here, on top of the fact that he perseveres. And against a guy like Colby, who's a wrestler, if Colby isn't on the gas all 5 rounds, he runs the risk of getting in real trouble with Leon.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to go with Leon here.
That he's been able to prove that he can just walk towards you for 5 rounds.
He can. He can do that. And he's got some pretty acrobatic strikes, too, for someone that's a wrestler.
Yep. And the thing with Leon having a Y now is it's a double-edged sword. He's going to go in more emotional.
If he's too angry, if he's too emotional.
He is now. Like, it's obvious. That affected him a ton. So, and another thing, Colby, now everybody knows he's a character. You got to, like, push the needle. Like, I'm not a character.
Yeah, right.
You just...
But, folks... this card is going to be amazing. I really look forward to watching this tomorrow night, and then we're excited to see how many of our picks come true. And I'm hoping.
Cody Garbrandt.
Cody Garbrandt's on the prelims.
Yeah, I think his chin is gone.
Mr. Glass Chin himself.
Brian Kelleher. Never heard of him. 37 years old. I'll go
He's
Cody.
some kind of journeyman.
Yeah, I'll go Cody. Fuck it.
Well, folks, that's our picks, and we look forward to seeing y'all after Saturday night. So, y'all have a good one.